What does equalizing behavior look like with a PDA child in real life? Here's a story from Friday when I had a virtual appointment with my son's developmental pediatrician. My son had to be present in the sense that the doctor needed to see him, but I needed to spend about an hour discussing with the doctor how things were going in the home, how things were with his basic needs in order to get his prescription for his anti-anxiety medication refilled. So, diverting my attention towards the doctor, which was necessary, resulted in a perceived loss of autonomy and also dysregulation because my nervous system wasn't co-regulating my son. So what he did in a reflexive, impulsive way to get back to a place of safety was equalizing. So the first thing he did, there was an enormous structure in our living room of a rocket ship that we had built, and he took it apart and started breaking the component pieces. And he also, I noticed this after the call, poured liquid yogurt into my ice water and was growling and saying, I need to go to school. When are you going to be done? Getting frustrated, banging. Okay, so I can tolerate that because I'm used to it and I knew he wasn't past his threshold of distress, but those were the equalizing behaviors that he engaged in. There are 4 things I want to point out. First, this is immense progress after 3 years of an accommodation approach, because 3 years ago, I would not have been able to have that conversation with the doctor. He would have screamed, broken things, run out the front door into danger, started hitting me, screaming, etc. So that's major progress, even though it's annoying in the background. 2, I could make the decision to tolerate the background noise knowing that he wasn't going to be past his threshold, that he was somewhat dysregulated. However, I can't make that same decision when my younger son is around because the destruction will be targeted at my younger son. And so often PDA parents of PDAers have to make the decision of, am I going to have this phone call or am I going to protect my younger child? And that is a huge constraint for parents. Third, equalizing behavior can look different, right? Like pouring yogurt into my ice water is very different than screaming over me in my face so that I can't have the conversation. So those are the things I wanted to point out. There was one more thing. Oh, the trade-off. The trade-off of equalizing, parents having to make the decision between equalizing or diverting their attention elsewhere, and this is a huge constraint for parents.